The Giggling Gecko's Gravity-Defying Game. Once upon a time in the lush forests of Africa, there lived a little gecko named Giggle. He was a funny little fellow, and you could often hear his giggling echoing through the trees. Even other creatures would stop and laugh with him. One sunny day, Giggle decided he was bored and wanted a new game to play. He wanted to create something special and unique, something that would make everyone laugh and have fun. He tried some traditional games, like hopscotch and tag, but they didn't seem exciting enough. He tried some new games, like climbing trees and pushball, but they weren't giggle-inducing enough for him. Then, as he was sitting on a branch of a tall tree, he had an idea. He had seen birds and other animals fly and jump in many different ways. Could he defy gravity just like them? And so, he set out to create a game that would have everyone giggling and defying the laws of physics, the Giggling Gecko's Gravity-Defying Game. He invited all his forest friends, the rabbits, the squirrels, and even the birds, to play. They were all excited to join, though they were not exactly sure what kind of game it was going to be. Giggle led them to a large field, with a big, wide pond and a few trees scattered about. He explained the rules: the first one who can jump over the pond and land on the other side without sinking, wins. But there's a twist: you can't jump like you usually do. You have to jump as high and far as possible and defy gravity. The forest creatures were puzzled but eager to try. The rabbits started bouncing, the squirrels started swinging from the branches, and the birds tried to flap their wings harder and fly higher. When it was Giggle's turn, he climbed to the top of a tree and jumped, giggling and spinning around in the air. To everyone's surprise, Giggle didn't fall, but he floated gently and landed on the other side of the pond. The crowd cheered and laughed, and all the animals were amazed. And so, the game went on as everyone tried different ways to defy gravity. The rabbits bounced on their tails and made huge jumps, the squirrels swung farther and higher, and the birds tried different flapping techniques. Even the usually slow-moving elephants and turtles tried their hand at jumping and leaped over the pond. Giggle kept on leading the game, hosting it every time they played, in different locations around the forest, over hills and trees, and through dense bushes. The game became so popular that animals from far away started visiting the forest in hopes of joining in on the fun and humor. The forest animals were so happy and joyous that they giggled all day and night. Even the birds chirped along, sounding like laughter, and the monkeys screeched and laughed out loud. It was the happiest place in the world. And so, the Giggling Gecko's Gravity-Defying Game became a legend. It became known far and wide and was played by animals from all around the world. The game unified all creatures, big and small, and brought joy and happiness everywhere it went. And, of course, everyone knew who to thank for this amazing and hilarious game: the Giggling Gecko Giggle, the one who inspired them to build the courage to defy gravity.